Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandre from Brazil, and today we are going to talk about Corvus and Morrigan, best teams in synergy. So I chose 10 teams, and we will talk about their synergy with Corvus and Morrigan. So let's see. This is team number 10. We have Ilios, Nebula, Morrigan, Kira, and Corvus. So it's a critical hit counter team. And we have Ilios giving armor for the team and protecting the team against physical attacks. Okay. And we have Nebula with equilibrium for Morrigan and Ilios. So if the enemy teams give an attack when Ilios is using her second skill, that is critical hit counter, and the Ilios is with Nebula equilibrium, the enemy will get a lot of damage because the Nebula will giving too much magic attack for Ilios, and I already made it in when Ilios used his critical hit counter skill against with Nebula equilibrium. It's a lot of damage, and the enemy teams use it to die in the same time because it's too much damage. Okay, and also equilibrium for Morrigan. She needs a lot of magic attack in his skills, and also Nebula if his skill equilibrium giving physical attack for Kira and for Corvus, that is a tank, and the Morrigan giving armor penetration for Kira, and the Kira giving physical attack for Nebula, increasing her equilibrium, and for Corvus, and Corvus also giving armor for this thing. So we have a lot of armor for protection against physical attacks and critical hits, and it's a good team. Okay, and now let's see team number 9. We only changed Nebula for Dorian, and the difference here is that Dorian give a physical attack for the team, so he will give a physical attack for Nebula. And also when Ilios use his critical hit skill, he will get a lot of vampirism. That is his second skill. Okay, he will get a lot of vampirism his life will get full very fast, so he will have a lot of life. It's very good because he will be with Dorian vampirism, and also Morrigan with vampirism, and the Morrigan of course giving protection for Kira and the Corvus. Okay, and now let's see team number 8. Team number 8, we have a choice Phobos and the Faceless. It's the perfect synergy. All heroes are undead, so all them have synergy with Morrigan and the Corvus. So here we have Phobos giving magic defense for the team, and the Faceless giving magic attack, and his skill can stun the enemy teams. Also Phobos can stun the enemies, so it's very good. And we have Morrigan giving armor protection in the magic protection for the whole team, also for Kira. Kira don't have too much magic defense, and also Morrigan giving armor penetration for Kira. It's very good because when the enemy team has a lot of armor, Kira is becoming weak, and with armor penetration she can become more stronger. And the Corvus protecting the team with his skills, and let the enemies weak with his first skill. So it's the basic team of Undead, and it's a good team. It's not bad, but I think this team don't have protection against energy teams or stun or other things. They have stun, they have attack, but don't have protection. Okay, so they have armor defense, magic defense, but don't have protection against negative effects. So it's a perfect synergy, but I think we have this problem. So let's see team number 7. Team number 7, I chose Faceless. Again, Nebula, Morrigan, Keita, and Corvus. So here, team number 7, we have Faceless in last position. Don't think it's a good position for Faceless, but here he is getting Nebula Equilibrium and getting Undead protections. Okay, so it's very good, and a lot of synergy with Morrigan Corvus, and the Faceless also giving magic attack, magic penetration for Morrigan. So, and the Nebula giving equilibrium for Faceless, and the Morrigan, the protection buffy of negative effects. It's a quality of Nebula, so it's also a good team. And the team number 6 is the same team, but you can put here stand of Faceless Phobos. Where is Phobos? Where is my Phobos here? Sorry, yet no, not yet. So you have Phobos. Phobos has magic defense for the team, so he can stun, he can also heal, and here he is with Nebula Equilibrium. Okay, so it's team number 6, and now team number 5, I chose Phobos, Faceless, Morrigan, and not Kira now, Satori. So I think it's a good team for Satori. We have a Phobos and the Faceless, and it's a energy counter. Team number 5 is energy counter, and here we have Phobos giving magic defense, Faceless magic penetration. It's very good for Satori, and Morrigan protecting Corvus, and Corvus protecting Morrigan, and they also can protecting Faces in the Phobos. Only Satori don't have synergy here with but Undead, but he can heal himself in his, I don't know, his third skill. I think it's third skill. And in this skill he can cure himself, and when he's stealing enemies intelligence, and it's a great energy counter, and the mage team don't have chance with this team. I think it's also mage counters. It's very hard for a magic team to defeat this team, and now we have Morrigan, that's counter of Astaroth and the Corvus. She don't let the reborn. So if the enemy team use the Rufus, they don't have chance because the Morrigan don't let the Rufus reborn. I show this now in video, and then after we continue the video, okay? So now we have the team number 4. We have Faceless giving magic penetration for Satori and the Morrigan. It's very good because Satori can become very strong with magic penetration, and the Morrigan giving armor penetration for Kira. So this thing have magic penetration and the armor penetration, and we have Morrigan can be healer for Faceless and Kira and the Corvus, And the Satori can cure himself in his third skill, and the stole intelligence for magic teams or enemies. So it's a strong, also a strong team. Corvus with synergy with Kira Morrigan is faceless, and it's a strong team, very killer team. The Satori giving protection against energy teams like Jordan, his counter of Jordan, Orion, in the various teams and the Kark. Okay, so it's very good in a good team, also a good team. I chose them for number 4. I think it's a strong team. Okay, and now let's see the team number 3. The team number 3 we have I chose Nebula, Morrigan, Keita, and the Vari and the Corvus. So Nebula, Morrigan, Nebula, Morrigan, Keita, and the Vari and the Corvus. So here we have Nebula in last position, and the Nebula here has she is giving equilibrium for Kira in the Morrigan, in the physical attack for Kira, okay, in the Vari in the Corvus, and after, so Nebula, my Nebula is in last position. The 2 heroes in front of her can get equilibrium skill, so Morrigan and Kira, you become very strong. My Nebula at this moment is giving for Kira more than 14,000 physical attacks, so it's a lot of, it's the double of Kira attack, okay? And the Morrigan skills use a lot of magic attack, and my Nebula is giving more than 18,000 magic attack. It's a lot, okay? And after we have Morrigan giving armor penetration for Kira and the Vari and the Corvus, so total damage in. And after Kira giving physical attack for Nebula, that Nebula can increase her equilibrium with when Kira uses her first artifact. And after in the Vari and the Corvus giving armor in his artifacts for the team, so it's a good team. And also in the Vari as a support in protecting the team against knockout, okay? And if twins try to attack this team, or Karki or Cleaver try to get Nebula from front line, and the Vari will protect them. But of course, with Morrigan, you don't need so much in the Vari in this team, because Morrigan can kill reborn heroes. The problem again with Kark in the Astaroth is because Kark reborn with full energy, and he destroy your team if you don't have the Vari. So now with Morrigan, it's not a great problem, but you have protection against twins and the Cleaver, okay? And now I think it's a good team, okay? And now team number 2, we have standoff and Vari. I chose to put Celeste. It's the second strong team, in my opinion, because we have Nebula in last position again, giving protection, and also protecting the team against negative effects. So she will protect Celeste and Morrigan from negative effects, okay? And also Celeste will get Nebula equilibrium if you become very strong, and the Celeste also can clean negative effects. So if Kira or Corvus in front line get negative effects, Celeste will clean them, and the Nebula you clean Celeste. So it's very good synergy. And also equilibrium for Celeste and the Morrigan. Celeste and Morrigan use a lot of magic attacks, so Nebula will giving a lot for them. so both will become very strong, okay? And after we have Morrigan giving magic penetration, armor penetration for Kira and the Corvus, okay? And the Kira, when she attack and use his artifact, will give more physical attack for Nebula, and Nebula will increase her equilibrium. So when Kira attack, Celeste and the Morrigan stay more stronger yet. And of course, Corvus has a good thing with synergy with Kira and the Morrigan, giving protection, and it reduces enemy armor, dodge, and magic defense. It's a good tank, okay? And if Kira become below than 20% of life, Corvus will get Kira and put on the middle of the team, so she will become near Celeste and the Morrigan, and she will receive a lot of life. Okay, it's a good idea. And the team number 1, I think it's one of the best teams in the game. It's Morrigan, Corvus, Kira, Jet, and the Sebastian. So here we have one of the best team in the game now. Okay, so I will tell you how it's working. We have Jet in last position. Jet can increase the physical attack and the speed for the allies with more, for the ally who has more physical attack, okay? In this case, in this team, we have Kira with more physical attack, so he will increase the speed of Kira. She needs speed and her physical attack, okay? And the Jet also can decrease the armor of the enemy. It's usually the tank because it's the nearest enemy, so it's a good idea. So in the Jet also don't let enemies regenerate life for 8 seconds, so all enemy team will not get life. And the most special is passive skill. He will give a critical hit chance for the whole team. And of course, here critical hit chance will work only for Kira and for Corvus, because the critical hit chance only works for physical attacks. So if the heroes are magic attack, they will not give critical hit chance, okay? And then after we have Sebastian, first skill, he makes a shield to protect the team against stun and curse, so it's very good. The team has protection, okay? And after, Sebastian can increase the hit chance for the team, and also give a poor damage for Kira and the Corvus at critical hit attacks. And after, at the start of the battle, Sebastian decreases the armor of the enemy tank, so it's very good, okay? Sebastian is very good, and in his artifact he will give a physical attack for Kira, and Jet will give armor for the team in his first artifact. And after we have Morrigan with her skeletons, and she also increases armor in the magic defense for heroes undead, in this case Kira and the Corvus. And she also heals the ally undead that has low life, so when Kira and Corvus has low life, she will recover them, okay? And also she's counter of Rufus and the Astaroth. It's very important, okay? And she also has the skeletons that is counter of Karki. When Karki attack the skeletons, they don't make damage for the team, because the skeletons will have low life and Karki will attack the skeletons. If you want to see more, you can see it in my video about Corvus and Morrigan and Kira, best team, best combo, okay? I advise you choose the video, please watch and give your like. In the after we have Corvus as a tank, he also decrease the defense of the enemy team in his first skill and give you armor in his artifact for the team. So you have Sebastian that decrease the armor, the tank, because it's always the first hero, okay? And we have Corvus that decrease the armor and the magic defense and the dodge for the enemies who he attack in front line. So when Kira attack, the tank will not have armor, so will total damage, and the heroes behind the tank usually don't have high armor or defense, so it's a perfect strong team. At my opinion, now it's the most strong team in this game. Okay, of course all teams has counters. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and please give your like and